And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Songs of Six. Working out that I probably need more soldiers in the city garrison if we're going to run more slaves. Working out that in the short term, I need to get more money flowing so I could afford to improve the cities we're taking over. So we got this army assigned to go take over this location, give us a nice northern border against these guys. In the short term, I think we can try to do one-off sells of things to try to generate some revenue. Is my pottery not being exported? Ah, pottery has dropped below the price floor I put for it. Okay. That makes some sense. That's why it feels like we don't have a lot of money, is because something is not exporting. Let's reach out to these guys. These guys don't like us, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're unwilling to trade. So we're going to offer a bunch of pots, because apparently the pottery is not selling. Yeah, we're gonna offer them like 2,500 pots. And I'm gonna barter for money. Accept trade. And apparently that was immediate in that we get the money from that. Okay, so half our pots are going to go, and then I have the money I can use to improve some of my cities, which is what we're going to do with here. So now I can afford to upgrade you a level. So we'll do that. That frees us up with 10 workforce. With 10 workforce, I can solve my wood problem by expanding, building a woodcutter here. So we'll do that. A level 2 woodcutter here. I'll browse with another 270 wood per day. Which should mean, in the long run, we don't need to import wood anymore. Well, actually, in the short run, we don't need to import wood. Long run, we probably will. We're still looking at furniture. Okay, so at this point I think we can unpause and let some time pass. We're waiting for furniture to pile up. The remaining money we're going to spend apparently on buying wood, probably. Diplomacy points. I got that 7 unspent? Emissary points. I got 7 emissary points unspent. Let's spend that on courting the neighbor. Spend 5 on you and 2 on your heir apparent. Again, want to keep them reasonably high. Yeah, I want to keep them reasonably high. At least until we establish trade relations with someone else. And yeah, at some point we're going to deal with you. Although, to declare, we're still taking a little... Actually, the betrayal is pretty much gone. Freshness is gone. Okay, so... I'm still going to go ahead and siege this place down. Provides a good, nice northern border. And then we'll come back and deal with this guy. Dealing with this guy is going to allow us to connect all our territories, which is going to allow us to trade with these guys. Trade with these guys. Assuming these guys don't absolutely hate us. 0.98. We're in range where we could probably do some diplomacy to get them there. Would have to probably pull emissary points back from the one we're working with, but that's fine. And yeah, all the money is gone, probably to buy wood. And we're at the siege, so we wait. Siege is easy. Siege is just being patient. Now, what I'm not entirely sure is, on submission here, if that's army size or army strength. Army size is pretty easy to generate. We just train as many people as possible in the city to serve as part of the garrison. And again, if we're willing to train them just to be a raw recruit, that's really easy to do. It's if you're trying to train them to be competent soldiers, that's a little bit more hard. Okay, so we got the ration makers and the bakeries done over here. Check. Okay, so we could use some housing in this area. I suppose with the janitor up here in, we got perfect janitor coverage. Yeah. Maybe we just build a housing block in here and call it good. Housing block and around it. Sure. We're doing on this side. Let's do it on this side. Oh no, I'm planning. Off planning, activate job, activate you. Probably want a wall along like so. And if I want to round you up, I can sort of do that as a decoration. Do that as a decoration. Should help try to break up some of the squareness on that building. Okay. This is pretty square. I could round up the housing blocks. Might round up the housing blocks because they might affect the road where the actual Dondorians should be traveling. Or not the actual Garthimi should be traveling. Maybe something a little up front as well. And again, this is sort of more of a facade to make the Garthimi more comfortable. Yeah, a little bit of a weird shape, but has the desired effect. Oh, something about you guys are not considered square. Previous iterations of you were square. We're round. My attempts at making it round is not working. Those don't need it perfectly round. Yeah, fine. Not projecting round is fine enough. Oh, we've gotten the clips. That's what's going on. I just clicked the clips away. I'm like, I don't care about the clips. I'm wondering why the screen's so dark. There's an eclipse. The garrison's still there, so we need to give you a little more time. Get adequate housing, right? The regions. Yep. Here's the end of the eclipse. Let's increase the population in the city by another 50 to try to break the 1.5k. So that's another 50 of you guys coming in. There we go. So we've got plus 50 innovation, plus 50 knowledge, plus 4 noble promotions. So let's re-evaluate our nobles. Do I need more on the baddie crawler? Well, if I only want 1 or 2 nobles assigned to it, yes. So I can promote 1, take 1 of the baddie crawlers off. So I only need 1 of you. Also, I need gov points for that one. Fishing's fine. Maybe getting to the point where I want to promote it or add another. Stone's fine. We have an expand stone. Even to expand stone, apparently it's add 15 more people and be happy. There's 14. You're fine. We're fine. Okay. And then obviously we probably want to promote a governor, so we'll spend 1 of the promotions promoting a governor. So more government points. You haven't hit 300 yet, although you're going to fly very quickly from, like, nothing to 300. Devastation still clearing up there. And the target's well over 300 there, yeah. Target's going to be way, way, way over 300 here. 1.1, and we still haven't cleared all the devastation yet. Anyway, we want to come back down and fight those guys. And then here we're big enough that if I had the next tech, and maybe that is an argument to pick up the next tech for size, we could go small town. And I've got 50 innovation, I have 50 knowledge. Am I deep enough that I don't need the innovation anymore for building, or for unlocks? Mines. So it's industry buildings we're unlocking with it. We know where the Scythian mine is. We'll spend 10 getting the Scythian mine. Smithy is probably worth unlocking. Mechanic's probably worth unlocking. Probably not going to bother with the Bowyer. I might hold on to what's left in case I need to unlock one of the husbandries or the Bowyer, and or save up to pick up jeweler, gem, mine. Yeah, the innovation we don't want to spend, except on unlocks. We still have 25 knowledge, so do I want services that we can distribute? Or do I want organization for bigger regional cities? I think I want organization for bigger regional cities. Do I do both levels? Yeah, I'm gonna go big. We're gonna take both levels, and we're gonna take skilled workforce. That leaves me with 10. Although we've got plans for a big lab, so we're about to have a big influx from innovation as well. Big thing that does if we go out to the world map is I can now, well, if I had money, forgot that we were blowing through money like there's no tomorrow. If I had money, I could start promoting some different places. Okay. So let's let time pass. Let's end the siege. Yep, we're title unlocked. Gained by having a lot of happy people, increasing your starting population supplies in a new game. So we've boosted this boost, and I think we're using this boost. The first of their name is what one of the pedals we're using. So it'll be even better next time. Yeah, when we need more money, I'll go ahead and do a pot selling expedition. Because I don't think I'm limited to trading necessarily with my neighbors. Yeah, we could, for example, pick up this guy and send him pots. Pick up this person and send them pots. To get us the money to open up trade relations with them is probably what we do. Oh, and your loyalty is up, so we can raise taxes there. Get some more money coming in from that. tick on the garrison here, and we'll be done with the siege. There's that tick. Again, we are having submission problems with the current prisoners with jobs problem. So we're gonna loot and raise, and then we're still gonna be stuck here until the loyalty of the region comes up. The moment the loyalty of the region comes up, we're gonna go down to these guys. And yeah, the moisture is not very good here. The humidity, or the area is actually pretty bad. It's not a full 100. But because of the great power that is the humidifier for the Garthimi, we're still going to make this a fairly decent-sized city. This is still a nice big pile of rich over in the west here. It's definitely open to doing more grain farming. Oh, this is also pretty nice rich soil. Potentially do some farming over there. Okay. Oh, to do that, I probably want to start some of the pumps on this side. And yeah, with the improved training facilities, we are getting more people being trained. Let's go ahead. I'm going to grab a new unit. And we're going to tell it that we can train 200 more of our citizens as sort of volunteer militia for punching things. Equipping the militia with real equipment is difficult. Training people to be part of the militia really easy. I think we want to make a big farm over here. Make some more grain farms. Continue expanding the grain production. We can expand the ration production. Because if we can get positive on rations, I can stop importing rations. I suppose before we commit to that, let's check what is the inflow-outflow trade-wise. So the big one here was selling wood. Oh no, that was buying tools. Oh, because the paper maker, I think. Is that the paper maker? That was probably the paper maker. Or we just had a tool shortage. Quickly doing mental math there. Okay, so that was, we did the manual trade, so we had the money left over from the manual trade, so it bought a bunch of stuff. And then because we did the manual trade, we had enough money to be making stuff to make paper, so we sold some paper. That's still ongoing, okay. Oh, so that's an interesting problem. I'm not really exporting cut stone anymore, am I? Nope, that's turned off because we hit the price floor on that as well. Okay, so when we get contact with the neighbors and can trade more stuff, we can export or cut stone again, and we can export our pots again. Because the prices just collapsed in our tiny little corner of the world. The stuff we want to export aren't exporting. The stuff we want to import are, obviously, with nothing else to sell for them, is not going to work. Yeah, I'm going to do a one-off trade. So, Ducal Hearthorn. We want to offer you pots. 2,000 pots. And 1,000 cut stone. And all I want from you is money. Oops, that's the wrong way around. I was demanding stuff from them. No, I want to offer you the pots. You get to 2,000 pots. And you get the 1,000 cut stone. You have nothing. You then don't want to give me. I apparently didn't set it up wrong. 2,000 cut stone. 1,000 cut stone. 2,000 pots. I then want. Oh, they're also broke. Never mind. I'm trying to trade someone who has no money. Why can't they? Why is this not working? They're also broke. They're also broke. 2,000 pots to these guys, 1,000 cut stone to these guys, barter, and we get decent exchange on that. Gets us up to 200k, which is then going to allow me to do a lot more of my region management, which is what I want to do. Promote you to the next tier. And I think we worked out in the next tier. I want to upgrade the humidifier to max, which is just short of 1.2k. I think for the next tier, we're going to want a little bit of health as well. So go ahead and grab hygiene. That uses up the workforce now, but that means where you can hit 1.2. And if I can hit 1.2, then when we do the upgrade to that, we'll have more workforce. So that works out there. You haven't hit 500, and you're not going to hit in that formation. Okay. Can level up. Now this is a good question. What do I want to import from you? Wood is tempting. Wood is very tempting. Because our map's terrible for wood. The road is also tempting. Yeah, let's do one level of wood. Want a little bit more wood, and then we'll do the road. And then we'll do the bank. So what the wood is probably going to be enough to do. Yeah, I think the wood at that point means I can turn the imports off. Let's turn the wood import off. That's the export depot. Or the import depot. Turn the wood import off. Stop spending money on wood. You haven't grown to 300. Well, that's maybe not far off, and you haven't grown to 300. And then you're rapidly going to grow up to 1.2k. Where we can do another promotion there. Yeah, I suppose the question is, I'm going to hold on enough money to do what I want to do when we get there. That might be, though. But yeah, I think we want to at some point do more farming, to do more rations. I think the next field area that we're going to use over here is the rich here, northeast of the river. And we're kind of waiting for, let's see, it's region trouble, waiting for this region to become. Oh, that's the one. I wonder why that's the one that's complaining about. This is the one we're waiting for the loyalty here to come up to max. So it's complaining about the region being in trouble because there's no garrison and the devastation's terrible, but it's loyal and happy, so nothing to worry about there. This is the one to worry about. Oh, you hit 600, so we can take advantage of that. Pop you up. I can do the same thing over here. We can go ahead and take the humidifier up to max. Again, that doesn't quite take you to 12k, but if we add the well, which I think I need the health bonus from the well anyway, at 12k, we hit 12k. Or 1.2k. 1200. not quite at 1200 either. You don't look like you're probably worth it yet. You're approaching 300 soon. So waiting for the port here to come up. And there you are. So you're at 12k, or 1200. Take level 4, which is actually the max we can go to right now. And that gives us 45 workforce, and I think we did need that health. Might have been able to get away without it. No, the population's minus 0.5. So 1 minus 0.5 would take us below 50%. Regions want to be over 50%. So we needed the health to not have it complain on us for health reasons. So there we go. So we got 45 workforce here that we can put on whatever we want. It'll be better places for this in the future. But for the moment, we'll take a level 2 workers guild here. That leaves us another 40 workforce. We've got 100% proximity here. Do I double down on this place just being my lumber production? This is probably about as big as it's going to get. So yeah, let's double down on this place being home of the lumber. 640 more lumber. Yeah, I think that should meet our lumber needs. So either that or set it up as grain. Not very good for grain. Oh, and we can take it all the way up, is what you're telling me? No, that's not right. Oh, no, the limit there is how much I can spend. Because we spent all the money already. The other alternative is I don't do that for the moment, we reap the money. 17.1 tax revenue. That's probably actually more valuable than wood right now. Yeah, we'll keep the tax revenue. Yeah, because we got 200 surplus wood a day. I think that's enough for the wood stockpile to inflate. And yeah, I think with that, yeah. So with the taxes coming in, we're revenue positive. For once, we are actually revenue positive. By the not every day. Some days we are. Oh no, that was construction. So that's one off. Yeah, so I think we might be revenue positive. The Empire is actually generating some tax revenue. Oh, I remember what we screwed up here. Excuse me. That's why this region is not loyal. For some reason, I forgot that we don't share regions. Running humidifiers don't share the region. Okay. Quickly, get rid of the population that does not appreciate our rural. And then once the population that doesn't like a rule is gone, we can come down here and deal with that problem. Oops, so that region's about to go. You're ready to level up. So we can do that because we've got money. you're actually going to hit 1200 without me doing more humidifiers, so I'm just going to do a well here. And that's because I know I'm going to need the health. That leaves me with 5. This is actually a good place to do lumber cutting, so I should probably put the lumber cutter here and pull it from someplace else. 1 level woodcutter there. Yeah, at this point we'll just cut you and turn you into a tax collector. Improve the bank. Make it a better bank. Yeah, that's a region we're probably going to grow. So that place being a good place to actually do woodcutting probably means I want to centralize all the woodcutting production in the Empire to there. Is the population dealt with? Yes, the population's dealt with. Loyalty of the remaining population is 100%. Crank the taxes, march the army. And I suppose this is probably going to be the region to do Workers Guild. Okay, we hit 300 population, so we can grab next one of you and the 2 levels on the Workers Guild. And then I have enough to grab 2 more levels on the woodcutting. This is a good place for woodcutting, so we'll do that. And 2 levels there is going to be better than 2 levels here. Alright, so here we're making 270 wood. Difference between you and you is 320. So 5 plus levels of, or 50 more wood a day than having it there. So in fact, I probably here want this place to be tax. Give me some nice taxes. Because until I have people to sell refined goods to, we got enough meat. Our people are really good at making meat, and I don't need most of the other raw goods, right? So food-wise, it's fish and meat, and most of our places are bad for fish. Taken over. We make plenty of clay, we make plenty of stone. I'm not ready to do jewel refining, and we'd rapidly hit the point where, well, don't need it for the local city, right? Same thing with the Sith Wars. So until we get new trading partners, isn't really good opportunities for importing raw materials to refine in the capital. Partially because our empire is also really bad at, doing anything of that sort. Okay, so how much do you guys like me? 2.0, so reasonable. These guys apparently are calming down from all the trespassing. But at the same time, they've got a attack chance. We don't appreciate that. Betrayal is, at this point, minimum. So we declare a state of war. Enemy forces trembled before our might and ran before any engagement. We managed to hunt some down and plunder their baggage train. Well, this is a small army. We'll take the prisoners. How is our stability? Slaves. I think good enough I can tolerate... Yeah, good enough that I can probably tolerate taking the prisoners from the army, but we won't enslave the city when we get there. Okay, so this is the garrison coming out to fight. So we'll take command of the battle. Our men are not well equipped, but they are well trained, I believe, at this point, with some reasonable experience serving in the field of battle. Yeah, 52% melee training. Surprisingly little experience. But decently well trained, the main stack is. Once again, tight block in the front, which is going to receive the charge, and then we'll send the weaker, less trained unit to do the flank. Start, and we are preparing to receive the enemy's charge. Interesting. Waiting for a moment, they're going to go around and try to hit both flanks at the same time. Okay. Successfully denied the flank. And now it comes down to do their morale break from being caught in the pincer? Or does the weaker end of the pincer break? At the moment I'm seeing a lot more red than purple. And the Cretonians bleed red, and our Garmithis bleed purple. Flanks compromise, numbers, exhaustion. So yeah, the unit that's sort of on both sides is having a bad day on their side. Our formation attack, our numbers are happy. Quick order with the heat pad, tell them to push them a little closer. It's exposing them a little bit more, potentially get damaged. Not those guys, flanks compromised. order them to try to pull out of compromising their own flank there. The enemy is holding well. Although this is going to be the fight that determines the entire war. If they lose this, they're done. Let's see if we can get the anvil out and retry the engagement. Or get the hammer out, is probably the better way to describe that. Get the hammer back out with a swing. Hammer's been pretty bloodied. Again, if we can make any of their units break, the numbers will rapidly turn against them. Other than our hammer, proverbial hammer and the hammer and anvil tactic here, we're doing pretty well, casualty standpoint, and the injury standpoint, whereas their units are much more injured than ours. Then speed up. Here we go. One of the major enemy units is broken. We now outnumber them almost 3-1. What's left? There they go. Lost 32 guys to get 233 to die, surrender, or retreat. So, significant battle there. And we march on to their city and lay siege to it. And at the end of the siege, we be walking away a happy person. 51 Crotonians to work the farms. Let's go ahead and take those. Lay siege to the city. I don't think we enslave the city, I think we just loot and raise it. They're willing to negotiate peace. No. No, we declared on you for a reason. There will be no peace of that sort. And then we'll obviously have to siege what's left down. Okay, so furniture's going up, that's good to see. Cloth is an appropriate level. Don't quite want to do the library yet. Let's get one of these pumps going and we'll start trying to think about farming this area over here. Okay, there it works. Where do I want to... Where does the rich soil start? I'm trying to leave some space in here so people traveling up into the pumps don't have to walk across the canal. Yeah, we'll go in more culvert. Or... No, I'll run canal from there, that'll work. Water canal. Anyway, we want improved water in here. Pretty much everywhere this well is nice. So, runs every so often. What is the spacing we're running here? Yeah, so if we run, let's say, 30 spaces between canals, we should be good to go. Planning mode. Is it? Oh, it's telling me how much it is. Okay, so 30 would be 120 straight up. That feels like a lot, but I guess that's maybe square's not square. Squares might not be square. Okay. Yeah, that's the space I want between it, so that's the next canal that goes horizontal. Do you want a culvert in there for northward transit? No, we're on the road around the top, or around the right side. Then along the sort of the left side here. So the answer is I do want a culvert, but I actually want to let this end. Smart move. Say that much. Culvert to culvert. And then I'm going to do a little bit more smart moving. So we did that length for, actually for placement, not for sending it to stay there. Enable you and you. That stretch. Something like that. Oh, actually, no, I want to put holes in the end over here. A hole like that wide, because we're going to do culverts like this over here. I've done a culvert there, I might as well do culvert jumps. Get over there. Okay. See how that goes. And again, this is going to be grain fields so that we can do more rations. Oh, you're gonna be that way. Do you want to be on the target list? That might be how you get on the target list. So this is the guys in the bottom left that we're trying to actually keep happy. Yeah, so they just dip below attack chance. Privately outweighs the factions of EU, yeah, so. Aggression, war fatigue. Oh, do you think I have war fatigue? That seems weird. So the siege isn't over. So they don't have any more emissary points, so I can't do anything more to really improve their opinion of us. They were demanding regions, which I'm just not willing to give them. Especially because their army isn't big enough to warrant it. It's a situation where I'm pretty sure I could beat them if we wanted to fight them. Grain system, that's fine. Okay, so the canal is in. Did I screw my jump up? No, that's working. Why is that not? Oh, because it's just not enough people have worked the pump yet. That's fair enough. There we go. Okay, so then from a road perspective, we can start blocking the road in. Run the 3 along the canal here. And then that's kind of part of the reason we have the canals jumping like that, so we can access over there. And run 3 up there. Like so. That provides a nice road connection in, and then what's in here probably just wants to be farms, farms, and more farms. And if I roughly did the spacing all right, then we should be able to really crank home lots of farming. Build another grain farm. Left run away these. So I did the math right. It should be 15 up, 15 down. We got plenty of hydration. So that's 99. Again, I probably put it a little too far apart. A little bit in the middle there that won't be hydrated, but that's close enough. Don't replace the road. I said don't replace the road. Okay. Gotta be careful not to put it on the road, otherwise it will replace the road. That's an important thing to remember. Anyway, much like the other one, just short of 100% hydration. Go. Oh, should save a little bit of space here for the road, so that portion wants to go away, because I still have road space. Do I punch it through the... No, we'll put it right up the mountain so I can punch it through the mountain. And then it's the middle in here that's the issue. No, this is going to be better off as two smaller farms. We'll use it as a cap farm instead of a... in the end of the canal instead of... all the way down the middle. There we go. 200% moisture. Can I do... Oh, I guess I can do a little bit more on that end. The question is, can I go further along this one? So 100% well, say 100% moisture. It still means it's at 90% moisture. 90+% moisture. And we're getting off the fertile soil here. I think that's as far south as I want to go, because we're getting more and more into the lower quality soils. Yeah, that should work. More farmers there. And then again, we're going to do north of the canal. Here we go. And we can sort of wrap the end of the canals here with farms. Like so. And it's going to be these corners up here that are probably going to be the driest spots. So, working on trying to improve the field effectiveness here. Trying to get 100% moisture, which I can do by removing places that should be drier. There we go. Bit of a weird shape in the end, but that's fine. And we do the other canal. Same sort of logic with the tip here. That's 100%. I think it really depends upon the moisture in the field, or in the field area before the canal got put down. It goes a little bit further if it's already somewhat moist. There we go. Yeah, with all that in, we're going to want a grain silo like this one. Store all the grain in. It'll plop it in like this. And then again, we can put more breakeries and ration makers in once we've got these built, and know how many workers these are going to take. In the meantime, we're waiting for that siege to end. I suppose if you're reaching the point where you're not happy enough with the flattery, we can take the flattery off the heir apparent and put it on you as a temporary way to maybe stall that decline. poison. I think I poisoned them or something. Siege is almost done. So is it sort of the same thing with the grain fields? Getting pretty close to the grain fields being done. Okay, so we're now up to 200 grain farmers. That's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, let's say, in the neighborhood. So, again, we say it's about 2 per. 2 of these farmers per the baker and the ration maker. So I can probably run basically these again. Let's bit over here again. I'm going to copy this neighborhood. Yeah, I'll overcopy the grain processing, so we'll just copy that. That'll actually be 30 jobs instead of 30 of each instead of the estimated 25 I need. Starting to run out of space over here. That should work. Yeah, we got a little bit of space in here for more pottery, so we do need more pottery. Yeah, that's probably enough grain that we can actually start thinking about expanding the army. Everything goes according to plan. Deployed in the field. So this is 60-something jobs. I probably want to bring in more people. Is this housing block gonna fit if I were to copy and paste it somewhere? Close enough. Definitely close enough fit. Yeah, go there. Yeah, we're providing housing to this ration making block. How goes the siege? Defenses are 100% destroyed. There is no garrison. Siege is over. Loot and raise. Because again, I don't think we want to take the prisoners right now. Okay. We're gonna drive out all the population that is not loyal Hermithes. And apparently I need more government points. That's easy to get. We come in here, we promote you. take you, we take the humidifiers, we call it good for the moment. And we gotta wait for the devastation to go away. Which it should do reasonably quickly. Okay, so we're at the end of the war. These guys' opinion recovers. In the meantime, we've gained access to you. You don't even like us enough to trade. Access to you, and you don't even like us enough to trade. Although we would definitely like to trade with you. So there may be an argument there to get more diplomats. Yeah, there's an argument there to get more diplomats. Okay, let's finish this construction first, and then we'll go think about those diplomats. And looking at the time, I should actually put the part break in. We're going to put a part break in here. Next time, we're going to work on getting enough diplomats that we can sign more trade deals so we can export more stuff. Because I think that's where we're at. We need to be able to export stuff to people with bigger pockets. So I suppose one of the people we can now trade with isn't worth trading with because we've already worked out they have empty pockets. But the really big one, the 200,000k, was it 200,000? I can check. Yeah, 200,000 large city-state. The great nation of Sturkanot. The great nation of Sturkanot, I think, will make a decent trade partner with their population of 200,000. The poor ducal here is not going to make a good trade partner because they have no money in the treasury. Whereas these guys here are getting a little grumpy, and this is after we flatter them, right? So I think next time we're going to build up the embassy. We're going to try to improve relations with these guys enough that we can trade with them, open trade with them. And then we got a bunch of free states to... Well, we got a couple free states. Well, we still got a bunch of free states in here to take over. Take over the free states, and then we'll think about maybe either dealing with the ducal or picking up a fight with someone else. But yeah, the city is growing, the empire is growing. In many ways, the empire is growing faster than the city. But things are going well. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll have another part up tomorrow. We're going to record one more part today during today's stream. So I can pretty much guarantee there'll be a part up tomorrow. If everything goes according to plan, there'll be parts onward and upward until the run is complete. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to take a short break here to get up, stretch the legs, sip some tea, get the ads out of the way, the whole shebang. So until next time, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and or stream, and bye for now.